Yo, back again
Yes, sir.
with the quick hitters, man. Got the quick hitters, these quick hitter episodes. We'll be giving y'all, 15, 20-minute shows every now and then via Zoom. Just so we can give y'all more content, like I said before in a previous video. But yeah,
Much
like we're
content as possible.
gonna introduce, much content as possible. I'm gonna introduce the podcast like we always do. I mean, I'm your man at Blackshear.
Yo, and it's your boy G Brown, aka G.
Yes, sir. And it's the Two Brothers Point of View podcast. Quick hitters. Yeah, so let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so me and G always be talking off camera,
Every
but
time.
we wanted to tap in because I know G passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. Like we love our hometown.
Big time.
But it ain't just our hometown though, but it's other places around the country that we starting to see. Like I live in Syracuse and I be seeing it too. It's like basketball, the pressure for kids, sports in general, basketball, football. That those are sports I'm tapped in. I don't really know about the other ones, but basketball, football for sure. The pressure for kids to be good, like right now,
It's top tier.
kinda, it's top tier. That's one thing.
They need him. They need him to be good right now.
Yeah. Then also, there's two things: is they want to be good right now, and then the second thing is kids aren't getting properly coached from the start. Like
Right.
previous show, we was talking about how myself, I coach my 5 and 6-year-old team, my son team,
Yes,
and
sir.
Jeff coaches the
A
fourth
fourth
grade
grade.
team, and that's the starting point for playing basketball.
Facts.
So I definitely feel like kids aren't getting coached from that point to these starting points when you start playing. Their mindsets and how they should be operating and their skill sets also.
Basics, the fundamentals.
Yeah. So like me, it was a league. I don't want to mention the league name, but my son was in this league when he was 4, right? So this is 4 to 6-year-olds. The league is supposed to be like a developmental, like you're supposed to practice and you're supposed to learn how basketball goes. Like they do play 4-court games, keep scoring all that. But literally my son went to practice. They practiced. They showed him how to shoot at that one practice. Then after that, they didn't really practice no more. It was like straight games. These kids is 4 to 6 years old, and they running up and down just, parents is in the crowd. Parents is in the crowd wilding like this is in competitive. It should be a competitive game, and it shouldn't. It should be learning at this point. To me, it should be no.
They're just looking for the win. I get mad at that.
Yeah. That's not what it's about at this level.
Right.
It's not what it's about at this level. This level is about you're learning how to. When you become a teenager, then you start learning how to
get
win.
More competitive. I say, honestly, it'll get competitive. No bullshit for the kids because after 4th grade, because I got a couple 4th graders, but they still don't know. I think about 6th grade, 7th grade, it starts to become more competitive. They start to know the game a little bit better. And you'll definitely know who's gonna be something, and then you see potential in certain kids who possibly can be even better than what they are. But that's the grade I think you start to see it to be more competitive for it. Some kids are competitive. You ain't gonna even in the grade.
They just competitive out the gate. And I feel like us too. I feel like us too. I've been competitive my whole life.
Yes, but we was also taught properly. We had a great coach in the first.
Yeah, we had a great base, like we said. You got to have a great base. We don't I'm very fortunate about the coaches I had because I had a great base. Shout out to Coach Kirk. That's the first basketball coach and organized basketball I ever had.
That I had, mine too.
Yeah, us you do too. I mean, like he gave us a great base on what it is to be an athlete. I mean, a basketball player and an athlete. Like he made sure that we did good in school. He wasn't playing if he was getting
held us accountable.
Yeah, held us accountable. Then he also made it so that he taught us the basics of basketball. Like I remember he taught us defense. He taught us defense so good that the Dick Miller league that we was playing in, they had to change the rules because we was playing higher level defense than people should have actually known how to do at that point. Like,
we were moving in such a unison. We caught on, but I also think we were blessed by just knowing I guess we were basketball era. We were in the mix of that time. Like going outside and be able to play basketball. Like,
yeah, every day, no
it's
matter what.
being done, but not at our age. Like, we were little doing that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see
We
a
was
lot
like
of little
8.
people.
We
Yeah,
was like 8 at James Street Court. Like,
yeah.
I mean, 10 years old,
But not
11
even
years
James
old.
Street. Anywhere else, anywhere they had the
Yeah.
court at.
Boys and Girls Club. Like, we was everywhere.
Facts.
Cosmo. Like, we was everywhere
Facts.
playing basketball.
Yeah, we played a lot of basketball, bro, at a very early age by ourselves, or we had somebody to look up to and bring us there or watch us. What I'm saying, my mother used to bring me to courts in other cities and just let me play. She'll sit in the car and do her puzzles or something. You know what I'm saying, and just let me shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying, by
Yeah.
myself, or let play with the other kids. She was on it like that. You know what I'm saying. You know how my mom is with basketball. She was a fan, but she didn't mind sitting and watching and let me rock out. You know what I'm saying.
Facts.
So yeah, but getting to that, it's like the pressure that we give these dudes, and I don't want to say it's pressure on these kids, but I also feel like some of the coaches are maybe outdated on how to handle the certain type of players they have now, and it's probably not their fault because what the kids are looking at really is the Steph Currys of the world and the John Morants, and thinking they can do what they can do right now, which is cool to an extent if you can, if you're that consistent. I mean, like, yeah, of course. I don't, like I was saying earlier, I don't mind nobody shooting 20 shots, bro. I don't mind. If you got a kid on your team who can shoot 20 shots and hit 12 out of them, it's a good night for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
If
a
you
great
shooting
night.
5 for 20 on a consistent level, then maybe the coaches should be putting him in places where he can knock down or figure something else out. You dig what I'm
That's
saying?
part of it too. I guess that's part of it. That's part of it. Like, it's coaching is like,
Set your kid
it's
up to
like a huge,
succeed. Yeah,
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 it's a
yeah,
huge
yeah.
thing. Coaching is a huge thing at all levels. Like,
I agree.
the high school level, it can make or break the kid. Like, for them being a college athlete, they can really make or break the kid. Cause, like, once you get in 9th grade, if you playing JV, even freshman basketball, varsity, like, you still have to be coached. Just because you're on varsity don't mean, you could just roll the ball out and kids should know what's going on.
Right.
Because, like, you still have to, like, put them in position to score. Like,
That
you have
stuff.
to know,
Yeah.
you have to know your team. You have to know your personnel. You have
Like
to know who you
I
have.
kind of agree to disagree on rolling the ball out there, because no, we're not rolling the ball out there. But if I got a kid who's struggling to make a left hand layup at the high school level, I'm kind of upset because now I got to focus on or tell you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's a
that
whole
goes.
nother. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We're
yeah, that
gonna
goes
do
back to.
drills to sharpen your tools, but I shouldn't have to tell you that you need to dribble like this or pass it like this or catch the ball like this. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that are important when you get into that level. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm willing to work, but I'm dealing with that in the 4th grade right now. Kids who can't catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? The kids who struggle to pass at the right time or moving their feet instead of just dragging their ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching them that right now. You know what I'm saying? Of how their feet supposed to look when you shoot the jump shot. Tuck your elbow, you know what I mean? Tighten the elbow. You know what I'm saying? Stuff, just minor, not minor, major stuff. But if I'm coming into high school level and I'm still telling you to do this, like
it's
you're
a
probably not
problem.
gonna be on my roster. You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah, it's a
totally
problem.
honest, you
Yeah,
probably
but
not.
that's accountability though. It's accountability.
And
I mean,
that's
that's you
all
be.
coaches probably want to see is if you're gonna make that initiative to get better. If I tell you something, are you gonna get sensitive about the situation? Because that's probably what's going on too.
Yeah, it's a lot of it too. Because we have to be. I know. Like, for the program I coach with, you have to be sensitive in a lot of ways. You want to be a tough-ish coach. You want to, be like kind of not tough, but kind of stern with the kids. You want to be like, yo, I mean, guys got to listen. Like me, my big thing is, like, I came up under when I was their age. I was in the junior Raiders, and Coach Raw, strict motherfucker. He coached my dad too, so I already knew what it was before I even got there. My dad was like, "Yo, Coach Raw used to do this stuff. He used to yoke us up. It's a different time when I started, but he was still that same kind of like
mindset,
stern dude. He was like, yo, when he's talking, hold the balls. He'll, blow his whistle and fucking throw a ball down the, like, yo, hold
I
the
hate that
fucking
shit. I'm doing the
balls.
same thing.
Hold the balls when I'm talking. So I do the same
Yes.
thing with the kids. I'm like, yo, when I'm talking, if y'all got balls in your hands, do not Do not drop them. Do not
Don't
dribble
even
them.
play with them. I'm at that
Don't
point
spin it
now.
on your finger. Don't do none of that. Hold the ball and look at me. Look and listen. Like Coach Rolf used to be like, yo, when I'm talking, look and listen. Look and listen. So I teach the kids now, like, same shit.
Something
Look and
basic,
listen.
yeah.
It's basic shit. So like, it's like I said, it's the floor. It's the basic things that's gonna help you when you get in high school, so that you can become better.
I agree.
A lot of kids don't really have that right now. I see it. Like I went and watched our old high school
So
the
I
other day, and
watched too. I watched my old high school too play, and I'm not disappointed, but I feel like we should be, follow suit. But it is what it is. It's a game of errors. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. Sometimes it's somebody else's time to shine in a different area. Like Rome got some good ballers. You know what I'm saying? But they got a good team. They had a good team for a couple of years now, consistently. A decent team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Charter schools getting up there. Proctor isn't horrible, but they could be better. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things.
It's just like
Hartford has a good, tough kid right now, they say.
Really tough kid.
Really tough kid who's doing his thing. Notre Dame is kind of quiet right now. You know what I'm saying? But we were blessed to have an era of real, at least some type of competitive guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think looking at the games now, we can honestly say we had a little bit more IQ guys too who knew the game. And coaches appreciated that shit because they talk about us to this day.
Yeah. Like I said, I think a lot of that comes from two things. It comes from the floor. Like I said, 4th grade, 5th grade, teaching the kids the right things at that level. Then, each level them getting, maybe for myself, I don't like to criticize with the kids now too much, because I criticize them a little bit and be like, yo, you're not working hard enough, but also at the same time, my coaches were better at each level. Like I never had a shitty coach that didn't teach me a skill. They didn't teach me like, yo, you can do this on defense, or you should be working hard.
How to come off a screen, how to cut.
How to come off a screen. Yeah, how to hedge it, how to hedge a screen on defense. Like, we was getting taught that in 5th grade. You know what I mean?
True.
And we by the time we got to 7th grade, and people and the coaches are like trying to do like a basic teaching of how to hedge a screen. We like, what? We've been doing this. This is easy. It's old. We already did this already.
Get some reps in. Let me see how fast I can do it now, because I know I'm faster now than I was before.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Sometimes you get into them situations with coaches, you think you know better than a coach. And knowing who I know now, a lot of the kids that I used to watch coach are now in college, and they're still dealing with stuff. Well, even I probably felt like, well, this nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. But for the most part, now that I do coach, and I used to coach a little higher level, and respect is everything, man. Your body language is everything. Your eyes, your focus is everything. And if you're not getting playing time, it's a reason for that, probably. You know what I'm saying? I don't think coaches really have. I can't say that because I don't know. You never know what the coach is thinking about a certain kid. And they're trying to blackball him off the team. Like, bro, I don't know why I picked you up, but now I regret
that happens too. That happens too. Politics is still a part of our
You know what I'm
sports.
saying? You know, if a coach recruits a kid, or not even recruit a kid, or put a kid on the team, and now all of a sudden he doesn't like how he is, attitude, none of that. Like a lot of our friends didn't make teams because they didn't take showers. Like I thought that was kind of
that's kind of crazy.
Now that I think about it, it's a part of the game. It's you got to create the structured part, but kicking them off is a whole is a whole nother level, because you probably could have kept them on the team and changed a lot of these kids' lives.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But at the same time, I do understand what they were trying to do.
Me too. I agree
what they were trying to do.
Yeah, take the fucking shower, get your ass in there, and then it's all good.
Like this is a part of my system. This is a part of my system.
This is a part of my system. Everybody else is doing it. You're not gonna be the one to not do it. But maybe because I come from that environment.
Yeah, that structure. We had that structure from the beginning.
True. And I'm talking about an environment where these certain players came from, like in the hood and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Knowing they needed a little bit more attention than a kid who you know is gonna take the shower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And kicking him off the team probably wasn't the best choice.
Yeah, that's
That
like the same thing.
particular time.
I said this, my wife be saying this all the time. Cause she, she work with kids in the schools. And I said this before too, myself when I was a younger, like the coaches, I've actually said this to some of our former coaches to them to their face. So it ain't nothing like I'm not saying nothing that I've already said to them on camera. I mean, I've said to them like, yo, some of these kids you don't even know if they ate today. They come into school, like my wife would tell some of these teachers that are not from where we're from, what they're teaching in the areas that we're from. They don't understand that a kid might not have ate today, or their mom could be on drugs and she could be wilding all last night, and she ain't sleep, or they been in the crib all
She
day
wasn't
by
home,
themselves.
yeah, by herself.
I mean,
Yeah.
they on the crib all day by themselves, and they feeling like they going through something mentally, like yo, people don't love me because how they living. They living amongst roaches, rats. I mean, like you don't even know what's going on at home, and then they come into school, and they might be acting out because the home life is crazy. You don't even know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The same thing with
that's
sports.
major because that's a
Same thing
lot
with
of,
this.
and I was just gonna say, with you saying that, when we were talking about the level of play or the certain player that's on certain teams, I'd be like, okay, I feel like a lot of these kids who should be playing ball are so focused on the street life or going through things back at home that they're not even worrying about playing basketball. And most of those kids are one of the elite or some of the elite players, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
not
they just trying to
elite,
survive. They
but
trying to survive every
exactly.
day. That's all.
Excuse me. It's a survival thing for sure. And it's unfortunate that's the only thing they think of when you're trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, the basketball thing, I think we were blessed to be a part of. I think we were from beginning, you know what I'm saying, and our parents too. You gotta shout out to the parents who
Yeah,
really
definitely. Shout out to our parents.
because
Shout out
I
to
learned that
aunts,
now when I'm
uncles, all that.
coaching fourth graders, like parents are important to getting the kids to get up and go. Kids do want to go to their practice. Some parents are not even motivated to get their kids up and go to the practice. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
There's times when motherfuckers be like, you better find a ride. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like this kid's
yeah,
in fourth grade. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
kind of
I mean,
harsh to say.
I mean, it's like that. A lot of kids. We grew up too. Like some kids couldn't even get there, and the coach gotta, Coach Kirk had to go get people sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like real, like even the moments when kid had practice and you spaz on him because he got to get picked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like you knew he had practice.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is something that's bigger than just practice. To me, now looking back, you know what I'm saying? And even to some parents who look back, they probably like, I could have been better supporters of that because that's true. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just a process of, you know what I'm saying, or something you got to experience. And people won't realize that shit till it's too late. And I also would say this: if there's a person who is willing to be there for their child who probably don't get the attention that he need or you can give him, it ain't even got to be like the attention. It could be like he's just available, and this kid needs that type of attention, like certain type of act right. Let that person do it. But if you have faith and trust in this person, just don't let your child be with anybody. I don't encourage that. But if he's giving the sign that he's really genuine and organic about what he's speaking to, because that's how I feel. When I have kids in my area, or if I'm responsible for kids, and especially if I'm coaching, I can do a much better job of prepping them. But my goal is to prepare them not just for basketball, but for life in general.
For life.
Especially
Yeah.
the respect part. Like respect your mother, respect your elders, respect the people in school, do your classwork. Girls is cool, but should not be your focus.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, are you serious? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
certain things is just not as important as you think. And then I
Yeah.
have some kids who are focused at a young age, which is impressive. And then I have some kids you can tell, like, okay, your mind is out of it. And then I have some kids who are just raw and don't know how to play the game. But they're like, oh, I appreciate you type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than we think.
Yeah. Bigger than basketball, man.
Always
Yeah, but
been.
we got like 2 minutes left.
Oh, for the 1 minute, I had. Oh, I wanted to speak on the Josh Wright comparisons. I wish people would
Yeah.
stop that.
Yeah, let's go off for we got 1 minute for that.
Stop comparing this man to certain players out here who played the game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do what this dude did, bro. Even if it looks cool that they scored 35 points once in a while, that's cool. This man was a consistent top level scorer
Mm-hmm.
from when he stepped on the court from as a eighth grader when he tried to a freshman. You've seen the progression, and then as a senior averaging 33.3 points a game. And
Mm-hmm.
that ain't talking about, I'm talking about 45, 50-point game nights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Put some respect on that man name. I'll always shout
It's
that man
different.
out. It's different.
Always, man. He the in my eyes, he the GOAT of that I've seen. Yeah, I seen I done played with DeAndre, great player. You know, we don't
And I
play.
put Dre up there just for his dominance, but
Yeah, definitely. But Dub was different. Like
he
he was
was.
all skilled different, handle crazy. Cause I guarded Dub a ton of times.
He made
Handle
you, he
the
got our
craziest handle I
defense.
ever
He
seen in
got
my
our
life.
defense right.
Yeah, he got the craziest handle I ever guarded in my life. I ain't never seen nobody get handle the ball like him ever. Like in front of you dribbling. I ain't never
With a
seen that.
pull-up game, you can pull up, stop and pop on you, shooter.
Mm-hmm.
He passed the
Shooter,
ball. He
pass,
shot
all
the
that.
ball at a high clip.
Yeah. And he did it,
But
like you said, he did it in the park with us. He did
yeah,
the same shit at Proctor, and he did the same shit ABCD camp, playing against dudes that became pro players.
yes.
He did that shit
Respect to
at
him. And
every.
people talk about all his whatever he did, whatever he didn't fulfill for your eyes, but in my eyes, he fulfilled a lot. And I got much respect. Shout out to that man.
Yeah, shout out to Dub, man.
Definitely big shout out. How many seconds we
Yeah.
got?
Yeah, we got like 5 seconds, so we're gonna end it right there. But before we end it, like we said, please stop comparing the kids now and the
Yeah.
players of old. Like even now, like I don't, how should I say this? I appreciate when people compare our team to teams today because we were so good and we were people always say that we were exciting to watch and
Yes. Even
they
after Dub, we made sure we kept that energy going. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
So people say that, but please stop comparing the kids because it's a whole different game now. Like the game, I feel like the game that we played, it
Yeah.
started like this. It was the start of like this run and gun and shoot threes and
Yeah.
type era. Like we didn't shoot as many threes, but we was running gun.
And
We
we was
played
locking
defense.
up. We caused that a lot of
Yeah,
havoc on the defensive
yeah,
side. So
yeah.
we
So
could run.
we had like a fast break game. Like so now the
Yeah.
kids now that's the kind of game that they see
They
on
pulling
TV.
from they shooting a lot of threes.
Yeah, they shoot more threes than us though. They shoot more
One
threes.
step
Was
over the
it?
half court line. They bugging.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's a different game, but please don't compare them to the kids can be good in their own way today in
Yes.
this game. In this game,
Yes.
this game they play today, it's gonna be different. It's gonna look different. Don't say like, "Yo, he ain't no Josh," right? Like, yeah, we know this. We know this.
No.
We know this. He's a different. It's different era, different kids, different
Yes.
talent level.
Yes.
I feel like 15 years
And we're
ago
not
we
saying
played.
that to say these kids ain't dope. Like,
Yeah, they
but y'all just
nice.
not, yeah, for sure. And y'all
They
got time to be
nice.
even better. No
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Don't give them pressure to be Josh right now. They will be, maybe, possibly,
Or even better.
but let
God's
them
willing.
build. Let them
Yeah.
build. Don't push them. Don't push them to say, "Yo, you got to be a Josh Wright type player now." Like
You don't.
you can have patience. Let
Yeah.
them build. Don't compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the show. Quick hitters. Little 20-minute show for
Wow.
y'all. And
Are we
we
gonna
see
give a shout
y'all.
out to RIP? This one?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, so we talked to so we just talked about basketball and teammates and how we grew up,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Let's RIP to Joe Dingle, man.
Definitely. RIP to
Yeah,
Joe Dingo.
yeah.
Um,
Many memories of Joe. Joe was one of our teammates. He's like a
definitely.
family to us. And, anybody who I played basketball with at any
Became
point in time
it's like a
became family.
brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I see they parents that was at all our games, all that, like Miss Thelma, his grandmother. Like I seen them.
Yes.
And they became family too because they was at all the games, and we all
Right.
went through the trenches together. So Joe passed away last week. He
Yeah, rest
was
in
one of
peace
our
to Joe
brothers.
Dingo. Prayers to the family. We love
Yeah,
every last one of y'all. We appreciate giving us a chance to know Joe. Dick Miller was amazing in our years, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Undefeated 2 years back to back. He was a beast. I mean, we were definitely unfair to play against. A lot of people gonna see this and say, "Yeah, we had too much." From 5th grade to 6th grade, never lost a game. That happened a lot probably in the years coming, but the way we did it was, we were talking about this. We were scoring 80 points.
Yeah, you're
We were
scoring
putting
80
up
points
80
in 5th
points.
grade,
They're
6th
not even
grade.
scoring 50 points or 40 points in the game right now, but we were scoring 80, damn near touching 100. You know what I'm saying? But
and you had
rest
Joe
in peace.
Dingle. Joe Dingle damn near dunking in 6th grade. Like,
Oh my gosh.
crazy, man.
It was a beautiful
Crazy, man.
sight. Word.
Yeah. Well, yo, shout out to Joe Dingle.
Definitely.
R.I.P. He said, man,
Word.
God bless the family.
Definitely.
And on that note, we see y'all next time.
Peace.